Okay, so this is the September 2022 Restricted Masters Heat 1. So I qualified in 4th position, but I was aware that at the start I was going to struggle a little bit because I've been struggling on the start with the straight line speed. So let's see how I go. And you can see that, look at that, whoa, second half of the straight they're just pulling away even though I'm full throttle. So it looks like Mo's gotten ahead of me. And really trying to take it really nice and easy in the inside there because he can really lock it up and get caught in somebody. I tried to get alongside Mo here, but we ended up going side by side through here. And I thought, if I stay wide, he's going to have to go tight. And there we go, I get a better exit. I wasn't sure which side. And there you go, he gives me a nice little wave. I give him a thumbs up for not being too hard on me there. So now I'm in 5th position actually, because I lost a few at the start, but then managed to gain some back. So that's not too bad. I qualified ahead of Steve Lowerson, but he's now ahead of me by a couple of kart lengths. So let's see if I can catch up again. And just to mention, I actually got this kart straightened after realizing that last few races I've had a bent chassis. So I was noticing the kart was quite different in this. Like when I was turning in before, I used to get a lot of oversteer, but I'm noticing now the oversteer is a lot less severe. So that's been really good. Going flat through there. And then coming in here, I really like rolling it in through that middle part. And then we could see Steve's trying to have a go at John Pringle, I believe. And that's allowed me to close up a little bit more. Going flat through that last corner, maybe a little bit of a dab of the brakes just on the entry, otherwise completely flat. And here I really feel like I'm gaining a lot on this corner, just by braking that little bit later. But it looks like it's pretty much neck and neck here. You can see up ahead there's Darren Formosa, John Pringle, and then here's Steve Lowerson. And way up in front is Alan Roberts, and he's very comfortable out in front, it looks like, because he's getting away from Darren. Really feeling like I'm getting a lot of traction up on this hill because it's not stepping out like it used to. So it seems to be going neck and neck, and I've noticed now that the engine's warmed up, I'm doing not too bad on the straights. He's getting away a little bit, but not much. So I feel like I've got a major issue with warming the engine up at the beginning of the race, because it always seems like I'm losing a lot on the straight and on the takeoff, and then after a few laps I feel like my straight line speed comes back, and as long as I get a good exit out of the last corner I feel fairly comfortable. Like I'm pretty much pegging these guys here, and I'm feeling pretty happy about myself being close to them. But unfortunately you can see I slid there because there's something happened with the throttle here and I'm not sure what's going on. Just lost a lot of power, and then I pull off because I realized that it's just not working properly. And I later found out that there was an issue with the spark plug. The thread had come off the top, and I think it was not touching all the time, so I lost a lot of power. And also probably the throttle cable, which took us, we didn't notice that until the end of Heat 2, that the throttle cable was all loose and stretched. So unfortunately in this race I had to retire after being a very, very strong 5th. I was really hoping that I'd be able to get ahead of some of the other people, but couldn't do it on this occasion. So, and unfortunately Heat 2, I had the same issue. I was still having trouble with this throttle cable, so I wasn't able to even properly compete in Heat 2, although I did finish the race in 12th.